So, gotta deal with all this crap now.
Okay.
So there was one thing that I wanted to kind of bring up with you. Just kind of a game that we didn't look at, not to say in detail, whatever. Do we have any news on Indiana yet, or no?
What does that mean?
Like with Miles Turner for openers?
Oh, for Turner is the only one I think that's questionable. Jeremy Lamb came back. It's not going to be many minutes that he'll play, but it's probably not ideal. Not ideal for anybody. It doesn't help anybody.
Well, what I was looking at is if Turner is out, I think it's important to just make sure that we know who is starting. If they start, say, I don't know, like McDermott, like the 4, and they have Sabonis start the 5, that's one thing. But just make sure they don't do something like start Goga or something like that. Because if that happens, he's going to be a pretty good value player.
I don't know if he would be.
I don't know.
It depends on how that game plays. I don't see the need, again, against Dallas. Why are they trying to go super huge? Why would they need him out there?
I don't know.
Unless Dallas.
I just got to watch that. I mean, again, I don't want to get caught without thinking about it.
Yeah, so this is going to be kind of an interesting one because I'm going to be editing a lot as we go because there's a lot of things that are.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So we'll get to the questions when they come. Guys, just post them in there. Put QQs in front of them because it makes it easier to spot them. And it's really interesting how all these guys, and they're not in much different positions, are now going to be super owned. Like Anthony Edwards was probably not going to be – he would have ownership, but it's not going to be like 50% or whatever like he might be now.
Anthony Edwards? Yeah, I suppose.
Kendrick Nunn, Goran Dragic are now two of your top values.
My Harrell got ruled out?
Harrell's out. And it's his birthday too, which is – so
ruled out on his birthday.
Yeah. Narratives be damned.
Let me just see if this even had him out. No, I gotta wait for this one now. Oh, can't give it to you an hour and a half ahead of time, can they?
No, it's really it's a little. There's got to be a better way to do this in the future. I hope. I really hope. I'm taking a look. There's some other updates. No, nothing else major.
Well, this one's good. At least this site is good. Hold on.
Kendrick Nunn is going to rate to be like the best point per dollar play. I'm pretty sure.
Is he going to start, you think?
I don't think so, but whether he does or doesn't, he's been playing all the minutes anyway. But Dragic is also going to be really popular and another really good play.
Yeah, he was before, but certainly not as good as he is now. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let me see. I think that Embiid might be a little bit overlooked on this slate. I just want to throw him out there as a name. I think he's just no one's going to own him really, and he's playing pretty motivated in a close game against a sort of a rival opponent. I expect him to have a big game, and I love Vooch tonight also, but there's a lot of ways you can go at your center spot. And one thing I'm going to do I have a lot of Porzingis. I'm not getting off this. I'm not going to have a take and then just bail on it. And if he fails, I'll do it again. You know what I mean? It's the right thing to do, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, again, you could have a take and bail on it if situation called for it, but I don't think anything's changed. I mean, if anything, I think he might be even a better play. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the minutes and I see that part of it, and then I see the expected production, and it doesn't even fit with the player that he is. I mean, he's pretty much like a 2.5 block, maybe 1.5 steals usually. He hasn't been there yet. He hasn't played the full game. The only time he had a chance to play the full 34 minutes even, that was on the front end of a back-to-back, which he played 32 on the back-to-back. So I can't sort of get over that for some reason. The thing that's hard is that I like Luka a ton on DraftKings also, and it's really hard to play them both together and entirely justify it on this size slate.
Yeah, that is true. Let me just see. I might actually be almost done if this one place would update, then I would feel much better, but not yet. I had something good on FanDuel. I hope I don't have to go play all these more different.
Me too, and then they stopped the Portland-Memphis game.
Well, even after that,
I'm kidding.
I kind of like this lineup I have on FanDuel. But that's before I got to see if these Miami guys came out and made things whatever.
Yeah, guys, pop the questions in. They're good for both of us. They're always helpful. I sort of like this Miami-Toronto game. It's hard, though, on DraftKings because it's really hard to justify Bam over Vooch, but they're also going to both kind of be owned. So people are going to end up playing together, like I said, which just makes Embiid sort of an awesome tournament play to probably play with Vooch or one of them. What do you think about Embiid tonight as just like an off the board because literally no one's considering him?
Well, let's start with the 5% owned Nets. You playing any of that?
Yeah, I'm playing Kyrie right now. I've got him about 30%, 25%.
Ooh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't care. I believe that the way that the narrative actually shapes out in this situation is that they try to get him involved and try and get him going. Right?
Yeah.
It's actually the most logical to me. Yet he's by far the cheapest. He's also had a nice little break. I think that's what happens. I think they want to win together, and I think
wait. Hang on a second. So, is like the whole country out for Atlanta?
Who else just came out?
I don't know. I'm seeing like big projections on like Brandon Goodwin and not big ones, but
it was Reddish and what's his name?
And Hunter, right?
Hunter. That's a big deal. Hunter plays like 36 minutes. You know,
you're not playing Solomon Hill, right?
As disgusting as it is, I have a tiny bit of him on DraftKings.
This slate sucks.
It's really gotten worse.
I really like this slate. You know what? Even without the Portland game, I could live with it. I really have to play Kendrick Nunn. Yeah, I guess I do, huh?
I mean, I think he makes sense. You know, it's going to just make everybody else just more awesome tournament plays. You know, no one's going to play Jalen Brunson anymore.
That is true.
Things like that. But I still believe, like with Dallas, I think you see their best foot forward tonight. I really do. I think that they're going to these guys, some of these teams, this is their motivation. Dallas needs to win games right now. They're sort of hanging around in the West and they haven't really found themselves. I think that you're going to see, if the game's close, and it should be, pretty high minutes out of them.
Let me just see what these lineups would look like if I.
By the way, I just want to say I love Kawhi and Paul George, but I think that they're better plays on FanDuel. I'm sure that other people probably disagree. I probably agree with me, but just wanted to throw that out there.
Any questions in there? But well, I mean, I'm literally just retooling and rebuilding right now.
Yeah, I'm doing that myself. So
right now I don't need to my brain doesn't need to. I can focus on some questions right now while this is going on. Then I have to hand build the rest. So
yeah, I got it.
What else do we have here?
All right, so I actually don't have that many questions. It's actually a little bit of a smaller group today.
Okay.
John Collins should be a solid play right now. I do think John Collins is a solid play now. I already liked him a little bit, but I do think this helps a little bit with his upside for minutes. But I don't know entirely how many he's still going to end up playing. But I do think John Collins, I agree, is in play for sure.
And obviously, we're not going to have news on.
I think John Collins is a good play. Yeah,
we're not going to have news on Wiggins for a while, I presume.
We won't have news on Wiggins. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it'd be really surprising if we did. I'm starting to get into the John Collins thing a little bit over here.
Yeah, why not, right?
It makes a lot of sense. Let me think about Herter also on FanDuel.
Wouldn't that be just the ultimate?
It's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. He's going to put up like 60, and that's going to be perfect for the shooting guard spot or something. You know what I mean?
It's going to be, and it's going to be in the winning DraftKings line.
Miles Turner is out. Jakar Sampson available to play.
Okay, I want to know who's starting. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I think that the McDermott thing is. I don't think it matters with McDermott.
No, not at all. But I'm just saying that if McDermott starts, I think that you get a much better game out of Sabonis.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But I think that not on DraftKings, but on FanDuel at 3,800, I do like McDermott.
Yep.
Let me keep editing some lineups. I'm going to see if there's any more questions in there. Oh, wait, there are some questions. Sorry. Do I like none on FanDuel without Hero? And FanDuel, that's probably a reach. So I'm not going to play him on FanDuel. Turner out. Goodwin in play with Reddish and Hunter out. So, yeah, I mean, honestly – I don't feel like he's the right answer to this thing. He did play 22 minutes in that one game. I don't think I'm going there personally.
Who, to Goodwin?
Yeah. What do you got him projected at?
I mean, 18 points. I mean, I don't know.
That.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't he like just getting the backup point guard minutes? You know, I don't know. Is that the big a deal?
Kind of agree with you.
I mean, wouldn't you rather play Kendrick Nunn?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to play. I think you got to play some of them though. I don't know. 3,100 is so cheap. It could let you get freaking like Luka and Curry. You know what I mean? If you want it.
Yeah. So let me see. I'm going to answer some more questions before we get to. I'm going to ask you some. I'm going to ask you some. Tristan Thompson on FanDuel, PF paired with Jalen. Jalen is not a power forward on FanDuel. I don't believe. I'm pretty sure he's a small forward. But I think that he's fine. That's totally fine. Embiid run, but yeah, I mean that's great. I actually like all of that a lot. On FanDuel. Feeling the middling build. Yeah, man, it feels like the middling build until we hear about a bunch of news we haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, no, I felt like the middling build, and now it doesn't anymore for me.
Yeah, it gets annoying. Chris Paul is too cheap, also going to be massively owned on FanDuel. Maybe worth pointing out that I don't know if he's hit 40 fantasy points this year, so don't worry about it too much. Any love for Blake Griffin on FanDuel? Not for me, but I get it.
No, I don't get it. He's done.
Yeah, even when he's done, he still plays enough to get there. But
you know what he does? He just does nothing. He does. Jeremy Grant is not. You know what I mean? I like Josh Jackson a little bit.
I do too.
And I like Derrick Rose.
Yeah, it's hard to play him, but I get it. On DraftKings it makes a little more sense, obviously, but like. So give me like some ideas of some of your guys' ownerships too, and I'll keep answering whatever questions.
Yeah, I'm just finishing building DraftKings. Then I'll let you know where I'm at.
Sexton with Kyrie, or does it matter? I don't think it matters necessarily, but it's a good matchup. And if they're actually going to play Sexton, I personally am not going to get burned on any of my big buy-ins. I will have him in some smaller buy-ins because I am not going to fall. I know it's not falling for it. They announced him in. It just happened to me twice now, and it just destroyed. It's a lineup killer. So there's other plays. Do I like Evan Fournier? No.
Not tonight. No, I never like him. Yeah.
I like him certain times. I mean, if he was 4K tonight, I would like him.
Yeah, when he gets to be like 4,800 on FanDuel and stuff like that.
That's the time we do it.
So Solomon Hill, I have to play. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm not.
I thought you said that. I thought you said I have to play him.
No. I said
you said I 100% have to lock in Solomon Hill. I can show you where in the court report.
Solomon Hill as the 5th highest projected.
Dude, this is a big deal, man, because if you like Solomon Hill, he's not losing.
I mean, I'm going to play some of them. I don't feel great about it. Like, I really don't. It doesn't make a lot. Like, it feels like a weird slate to do what we're doing. And it feels like we're doing something wrong.
That's pretty fun.
You always could get, like, this is the thing, is like, this is why I used to win with him on big. Like, that's when nobody owned him. He's going to be owned now. And, like, let me just tell you, this guy can play. I mean, his last game, he played 15 minutes. He put up 3 fantasy points. The game before, he played 26 minutes. He put up 9 fantasy points. What exactly are we going to feel good about when we roster him? Now, he did put up 26 in a game earlier this year. In that game, he had 3 steals. Pretty.
You know what you're going to feel good about? You're going to feel good about Luka with 70 and the other guy you can get in or something like that.
That's it. No, I mean, but it's. I think you can go, like, I think that this Toronto game is more stackable. I think that's what I'm going to do right now is work on trying to get that game stacked right. It's hard because I think you need to have a Luka lineup on DraftKings. I don't think that, like, if you're playing 2, I think you should have him in 1. I think that he's way too cheap for the situation.
Right now, I have 70% Luka.
Love it.
I am basically locked in with Kendrick Nunn.
I have a ton of Cam Johnson. How about you?
I have almost all Cam Johnson.
Almost all of these.
I mean, I almost have all of it. I mean, the only reason I don't have 100% is because I have some other guy. You know what I mean? Like, because now I have
right. I get it.
Nunn. You know what I mean, or whatever. You know, it's like.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be starting, right? I mean, 3,900. I went over this earlier. You know. So I have Andrew Wiggins in one line.
I'll be back in just a second. Sheets.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't need that one. Yeah, when Bobby comes back, I think I want to ask him about Josh Okogie because freaking he never does anything for me. I don't know what it is. Just never ever gets. I'm going to throw him in one just in case. But Vanderbilt still looks good. Still like Capella. I think I'm going to live with DraftKings the way it is. But I do want to look at his FanDuel. So I'm going to pile this. I just have right now I have one lineup on FanDuel, which is in all my buy-ins. So I have to obviously diversify that. And I really didn't even account for the last news. Hey, Hey Bobby.
Yep.
Has Josh Okogie ever won anybody money or no?
I have I had him in some of my early help me out value.
Okay.
It feels Solomon Hillish, but I think he's a better player.
Whenever I play him, I'm trying to look for him, and then when I know where he is, I just look in the corner, and that's
right. But also, he plays with high usage guys usually, and they're not as many, but there's a couple still.
Okay.
And then Edwards is another one who is, boy oh boy, this Solomon Hill thing is kind of disturbing me. No, because it opens up. But you're right. If you play him, Cam Johnson, and Nunn, it's open season. You can do exactly what you want.
So there it is. You know who my two top point per dollar plays on FanDuel are?
Who's that? One
is Jared Vanderbilt, and the other is the aforementioned Kevin Huerter.
Who's your prediction? Don't mess with me right now. You messed. I was taking you seriously. I was what is he talking about?
Prediction pain.
Absolutely. Ugh. But
they're all gone. All the players are gone.
What are you talking about?
On the Hawks. I mean, there's no Hunter and there's no Reddish, right? Isn't this smash?
I mean, yeah. So who are you supposed to smash though? What are these minutes going to be? Solomon Hill at 26 minutes, we're really going to play. I mean, what are
Hill, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Huerter.
At 9,500? No,
on FanDuel.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I said. He's my top point per dollar play on FanDuel.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were joking. I thought you were just joking about
No. Vanderbilt and Huerter are my two top point per dollar plays on FanDuel.
How do you feel about Vanderbilt on DK?
I have him in quite a bit.
I mean, it makes sense. I just was curious.
Yeah, I have him quite a bit.
How about Anthony Edwards?
I got him quite a bit on DraftKings.
Unfortunately,
I'm not happy about it.
I need to try to figure out. I'm trying to figure out a way to tell people what I'm doing and to try and double stack the Miami-Toronto game with Luka. Miami-Toronto, Minnesota, Orlando with Luka, which is hard to do.
First thing I want to do, is this thing still open? Yeah, 40,000 people left in this $3. I'm gonna play some of that before I forget.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go back and re-edit my big buy-ins.
Okay. Let me just take a look.
Ooh, look at this! Who's showing up in some lineups? This is something I wasn't anticipating. A little Buddy Hield
on FanDuel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Interesting.
It'll pop up, especially because it comes. If you try and do if you set any rules or anything, he's going to be one of the popular run backs. I mean, obviously Fox is going to be on FanDuel as well. Oh my goodness.
Let me just see something. I don't want that.
Well, guys, pop any questions in. I'm playing pretty big tonight, and it was a different slate than I thought it was going to be. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly where I'm at in every situation, but got a pretty good idea. Boy, I mean, I'll tell you right now, something feels criminal if Solomon Hill ends up at 50%, which I think is really possible.
We're not supposed to play him, right?
I mean, look, yeah, I don't know what to say. Obviously, I haven't even thought about him on FanDuel, but on DraftKings, I don't even understand how he just there's just more open guys to stand and shoot, which actually should just mean better for Trey and for Huerter and for Collins. To be honest, I think Collins is probably undervalued at this point. I think people should get themselves some Collins in their life.
I like Collins on FanDuel.
Why not on DraftKings?
No reason, but I see Collins at 6,600.
No reason.
Let me see. What do I have any of him?
I had this crazy feeling tonight that
Yeah, I got some Collins.
if for some reason Indiana started Batatze,
Yeah.
I think that there's like a really tiny, minuscule chance that the Pacers, if they heard afterwards, would start Boban.
Oh, let's go.
I actually like had the perfect thing for him, my perfect lineup. But of course, obviously, that means I need 3,400 for a player, and I don't want to play Solomon Hill.
Right.
So if you have 3,400 or less, guys, let's play a little game. Who are you rolling with on DraftKings? Are you going to roll with a Solomon Hill? Josh Okogie is 3,500. I can't even get to him in this particular build.
I'd rebuild to get to Cam Johnson.
I already have Cam Johnson in that line.
Wait, what do you need? 3,500?
3,400.
How much is TJ McConnell?
37.
Oh, man.
36. Yeah, I looked at that.
I'm going to pull that up in a second. So, would you rather have Goodwin or Solomon Hill?
I don't want either of them. I mean, the Solomon Hill thing is like, yes, it's more like he could make some shots. It's just such a dumb thing. And it's a bad defense. It doesn't close out. So like he might get more open looks. It just feels like there's going to be more value after these games start. I don't know. Like
that. Now that's very possible.
I think that there's something to like,
hang on, let me
just saying like, all right, we live once. We get to, on a 9-game slate in a speculative spot, play Damian Lee.
Who?
Damian Lee. And if Wiggins is out, I mean, he's been playing – he played 18, 19, 27. Those were games that Wiggins and all these guys played. Those were his last 3 games. He'll shoot it. He already has the game winner for them this year. He has double-digit with all but one game.
He sure does.
So why not Damian Lee? If Wiggins is out, Damian Lee is going to be a better play than these guys are. It doesn't mean that he gets there. It just means that he's a better play. And the thing with Hill, like, look, here's what you're getting. A guy who's going to stand in the corner. But he is so
all right, I got one for you. You want another $3,100 guy?
Sure.
You're not going to like it, though.
I don't like anything. This is my process. I'm always success leads to success.
Okay, so you could play Jordan McLaughlin if you want.
Not in the same lineup I'm playing Vanderbilt.
He's going to be 5% owned. That's the thing.
You can't play him in the same lineup with Vanderbilt. It doesn't make any sense logically.
No.
I don't. It just doesn't. To me, it makes no sense logically why they could both hit it there, but they would have to do it at totally different times. You're counting.
Yeah, well, that's all I got. I got Goodwin and Solomon Hill and I got all. I got all 4 of them really close between none Goodwin, Hill, and Cam Johnson.
Okay, I think I'm rebuilding here. that's the answer to the question. Oh boy! Okay, this is perfect. Actually, oh my god, it might have led me to gold.
Let me look at some questions. Anything here? Best value on DK. What about running Luka?
Everyone a suggestion, and it's not going to work every time. But tonight is the night you want 2 centers on DraftKings.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're talking RJ. Now we're talking Gino. I brought this up at noon. You want to talk about Frank the Tank?
I think you have an interesting play there. I really do. So there's your other guy.
Yep.
Huh.
That's such a disaster. He can play 0 minutes.
So you know what I did with my lineup that I was talking about how I wanted to stack Miami and Toronto with Minnesota and Orlando?
We decided not to do it.
No, I did it, but instead of doing it with Luka, I did it with Porzingis.
I like Porzingis on FanDuel.
I think Porzingis. I mean, we might be looking back laughing. To me, what you're looking at, Sheets, with Porzingis. I know there's still some uncertainty, so maybe we're not quite there yet. But based on what he just played, 66 minutes in 2 games and on a back-to-back off of an injury when he doesn't even play back-to-backs in the last 4 years, that's pretty. That's a telling of a team that's trying to win basketball games. My worries about him are always foul trouble, and the matchup's not great, but it actually is better than everybody thinks. For some reason, they've been abused inside, even though Turner and Sabonis Turner especially is really solid. Sabonis not so much. I think that this is the problem I'm having is that I have a non-two center lineup in one of my big lineups on draft.
Wait, you have a non-two center lineup.
I don't like that.
You want to have two centers, you're saying?
I think you do. I mean, between Bam and Vooch alone, then I think you've got a great play that no one's really playing in Embiid. Then you've got the cheap stuff in Mason Plumlee at 5,200 if you want to go there. Tristan Thompson at 5K. There's a lot of good opportunity at center, in my opinion, on DraftKings. It's just seems like that's what you want to be doing. Clint Capella, another one you could use.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton, another one I like quite a bit. I think we need to get a little bit of Collins in our life. Though I honestly think like that game became a lot more interesting than people are probably realizing. The problem is, like, what if it's like Rajon Rondo? Like,
I thought of that.
It's like,
what if Brandon Goodwin gets to 8 minutes? Because Rajon Rondo has a good shift in the first half.
Why are we so sure about Okogie being a better play than Culver is a question I'm asking.
You always ask that, right? Well, Culver's better, right?
Culver's way. I mean, look, but like, I don't understand. Like, they keep drafting guys to make this guy unsuccessful, and he was like the early pick, and he doesn't get any chance. I just think it's a fluid situation. It's the TLC Taurean Prince a couple weeks back from the Nets when one's going to be popular-ish and the other one isn't going to be looked at all. There really isn't a whole lot of difference. Culver's a better player in my opinion, but they both play defense. Jeremy Lamb, by the way, you should take out any of those. I think McConnell even becomes a worse play.
Yeah, for sure.
All of the guys on Indy. Let me just make sure what I got going here. I have to do my builds too. Every time, that's one thing I love about late news. It slows down the entering process, so not everybody sells out like they think they will. I don't think you trying to not. I don't need Porzingis. Really, really, really like Bam tonight.
You know what I love? About the way I build sometimes is that I have like a zillion % of guys in everything except the big buy-in. I don't have them at all in the big buy-in. Like I got 85% Luka now on FanDuel, but not in my big buy-in. I got 94% Herter, but none in my big buy-in. This is great. I love this. So this way, when I lose my big buy-in, I need like fourth and something else to get to break even.
You're like you're married to your big buy-in one, huh?
I don't know, man. I just kind of like it. I don't feel like changing it. I know it's like it has none of those like late news type guys.
Yeah, I got you.
But I just like it. I don't know, man. I got that. Remember, I got turned myself on to that DeRozan thing. So I got Curry with DeRozan. I threw in Wiseman at center, and then I still got the Chris Paul, Oladipo. I also have Rudy Gay in that Golden State game. I have Cam Johnson value, my Aaron Gordon, and Kristaps. I mean, I know there are probably some better plays that just opened up, but I mean, like guys, but these guys are all not bad. I'm going to try it.
I love it. All right, I'm going to take a look. This is really gross. Right now I have Kendrick. Oh, my God. Kendrick Nunn, by the way, is a very good player.
Look at the picture of Solomon Hill. He's really going to get there.
I currently don't have him in any of my big ones on DraftKings.
Okay.
But, I mean, that means I'm playing Kendrick Nunn in both of my super big ones. And I don't feel entirely excited about that.
How many you have? How many 888s are you running?
2.
2? Is it 888 or 555? I forget.
888.
888.
But then I haven't even gotten over to FanDuel yet. So I'm going to look at some questions and see what we got going.
Let's see.
Okay. So far. You guys like and subscribe and all that stuff. I forgot what I was going to say. All right. Still like Ross on FanDuel. I think he's a really long shot tournament play, but he's okay. It's not my favorite thing. George Hill killed yesterday. I'm sorry to hear it. I don't remember loving George Hill. I just said he was going to be popular and he made sense for value, but it didn't work out.
George Hill did not do well yesterday, or he did?
He didn't.
He didn't.
Sabonis becomes chalk now with Turner out on FanDuel. Yeah, he's going to be popular on FanDuel. I think there's other ways to go. Do I like McDermott? I think on FanDuel it's worth taking a shot at 3,800. Rolling with Kaminsky, I'm taking that shot. Yeah, RJ, you already hit this one. Is Wiseman a better play over DJ on FanDuel? That's a good question. To be honest, I think that I would. The more I think about it, overall, if you had the money, I think it's 400 extra. I think you do pick DJ over Wiseman. It's close. I have more Wiseman than I do DJ, but I literally am less than 400 on those lineups. What kind of upside does Edwards really have? If you're going to shoot the ball 20 times in any game and in a great matchup, you got upside. It's just a matter of how many do you hit. Drummond, big man against Brooklyn. I totally love the idea of it. I don't know how this rotation is going to work. He is expensive enough to where I can justify not playing him. He's only center eligible on DraftKings. I just named other guys. You have Joel Embiid, just 300 cheaper. There's a bunch of other ways to go, but he will be unowned. So you can take that. The problem is the more and more I look at this slate, the more I'm going to feel bad about lineups that end up without a double center lineup. It just feels like the obvious slate where you like have to try and mix those guys in different ways. I've got 3 guys who I expect to be well in the 50s. And one with like 70-point upside, or maybe Embiid 80. I mean, he can put up 80. So that's where I'm at over there. I'm gonna just, for the sake of salvaging some really off-the-board lineups, not salvaging, but I'm gonna throw a Solomon Hill lineup in, just so I can say to myself, I played one Solomon Hill when I said, as much as I don't care. I'll lose my money with Solomon. He's probably going to find a way to get there. He literally just has to make shots. That's what he's got to do. Without Hunter there, I'm surprised his minutes projection is only 26, to be honest. And at 26 minutes, this is a guy who's I think he's like a half a fantasy point per minute player. He scored 9 and look at his last 2 games, 3 and 16, 9 and 26, 12 and 24. Then he had 22, and then he had 26. Then he had 7 and 11, 4 and 11. 1 and 11. I mean, what are we getting excited about here, people? Let's just say F it and we live once and play Frank the Tank. Shoot, I think you got people on this play. You got.
Oh no.
When they, you know what happens is they see me getting excited about an idea that I didn't have, and then they're like totally. Then I think both of us are in love with it.
Oh no. People are gonna play Frank the Tank now. I gotta play him now, right?
I'm playing some Frank the Tank.
Shit. Well, is his position the same as Solomon Hill?
He's forward and center, but he's so he's better than Solomon. Well, I mean,
he's a power forward, right?
Don't play him as a center. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, the two center lineup. I mean, there's a chance the 2 point guard lineup does also win it all, but it's going to be somewhere in that range over there. Dragic is obviously an awesome play, but he's going to be popular.
This is it. We're going to replace.
By the way, Miami needs to win games badly. So for whatever that does for any of you out there, what we're doing is we're making sure to play Solomon Hill and Frank Kaminsky in at least one lineup together.
No, well, we are replacing Solomon Hill in the 8 with.
You know, we're going to feel like idiots if we don't play enough of tonight is Jaylen Brown.
I don't know if you could play everybody.
I know, but he's like the other guy. I mean, look, these are still not spending all the way up.
How many freaking lineups do I have to play with Kaminsky? I'll play 3. 3 out of 25. How about that?
How many people do you think are gonna Okay, so if you're playing one lineup if 1 million people are in the tournament, play Gabe Vincent.
Who?
Gabe Vincent. What are you talking about? He just won us all. He won everybody all
again.
You can't.
I thought we were done with him.
You can't play him. But if you're playing a 1 million person tournament, he's like the person you play once out of 1 million. But literally nobody else will have him. And there's a path. There is a path.
So I now have.
I have to do my builds.
So just for I have, yeah, I'll get a little more. I have 11% Kaminsky for now. We're gonna get a little bit more.
Oh wait, Batatse with a expected 11 fantasy points.
Who
Gogo Batatse.
is he starting?
I don't think so. I didn't. Why? I mean, maybe he is, but I haven't seen it. I think Herder's going to be everybody's top fantasy point man person. This guy is going to like be probably overly owned on FanDuel. I'm happy to have some of it though. I like Herder in general. All right, let's build our.
One more Kaminsky, and then we'll be done with that. Okay.
I think the one thing I got to. Yeah, I think the guys we have to look at Collins.
You play any Boucher?
Yeah, I just he's part of my double Toronto. I have him with Lowry versus the other guy. I think there's going to be a game where Boucher plays like 34 minutes and puts up like 60 fantasy points, and I'm just here for it. I'm here for all the 40s in between too. I'll take all of them. He's a monster.
Okay, so what percentage of Solomon Hill do you have
On which site?
on DraftKings?
So in terms of my money, not very much right now.
Okay.
Which is weird because usually I'm looking for the value there. 9%.
Yeah.
I still think like it's a. I mean, okay. So let's just read it off. Let's look at the whole team here. I hate it when this stuff happens. You know why I hate it, Sheets? Because this is a guy who, like, if there was other value on the slate, same thing with Minnesota, with Anthony Edwards. These are guys who, like, Solomon Hill has, like, minutes upside, so that gives him upside. Anthony Edwards could play a bunch of minutes also, but he also might make, like, a million shots. But these guys being massive, massive chalk, like, makes it just really weird because – I mean, what is Solomon Hill going to do in this game? Is he going to rebound with John Collins and Capella on the court? Is he going to make a bunch of threes? Maybe. That's going to be what he's got. He's going to stand still offensively. They have too many weapons. They have Rondo. Rondo is also back, too, even though these other guys are out. Rondo is back. It's not like they need size. I mean, Blake Griffin isn't Blake Griffin. Jeremy Grant is a 2 through 4. I don't even know what you call him anymore. And I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see why – other than he just makes 3-pointers and gets a few lucky steals that he's going to get there.
You like Andre Iguodala at all?
No, but I do. I see it though a little bit. Like I actually do like him. I like him a little bit, but like probably a little bit more than Solomon Hill, but not much. I do think that there's like upside for him, and they kind of need him a little bit. I sort of buy into that. You know what I mean? There's a chance he could have the ball in his hands a little more. So I actually do have a little more of him. I actually got 13% of him. All right, let me just finish my builds here. Okay, I'm going to answer some questions, and then I'm going to finish my builds real quick. All right. Let's see what we got. Frank Kaminsky, wild card play, yes, but not a play you should expect anything from. Do I like McDermott? Yes, on FanDuel, I already answered that one. Drummond big man against Brooklyn. Yeah, I like that. New big three shooting a lot of rebounds. Cleveland's going to play a Kyrie tribute video tonight. Oh, man. Just lock it in then, huh, Sheets?
Who?
They're playing a video tribute for Kyrie. Kyrie's going to go off. He's
going to go nuts, right?
I mean, doesn't it just make sense?
He's playing a video tribute for, like, no fans?
Exactly. Let's go through FanDuel in a minute. Yeah, I don't think I can live without a little bit of Kyrie in my life here. All right, let me see one more thing.
This is good. This is good. This is good. Oh, we got 2 of these. So,
how good of a play is Paul George on FanDuel? You didn't find him?
Yeah. I didn't quite get there.
I feel like every lineup I'm not including him in.
Oh wait, I this is why I gotta double check these. I'll fix it later. I got a lineup with Paul George. It's also got Leonard with it.
I mean, that's not look.
Maybe it's not the worst idea in the world.
If Buddy Hield in that lineup or De'Aaron Fox, then you're in business.
Yeah, we're gonna play around with that. But hold on, before we do that, let me just finish what I was doing here. This looks really good.
Same thing happens every day for me. I whittle down my DraftKings lineups. I edit very minimally my original FanDuel lineups, and my original FanDuel lineups, on average, just crush compared to my DraftKings lineups these days. It's not entirely okay. I have to get these lineups in. Oh shit! Okay, I have to get my build finished. Player pools. I've gone through 19 builds today, so I better not mess this up here. What percentage of Herder would you have on if you had 150 lineups on FanDuel?
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be popular. You don't have to lock him in or anything like that.
No, I'm asking you what percentage. What you have?
Oh, me?
Goran Dragic is going to be the most popular player on FanDuel. I can promise you.
I don't know. Play him 30%. I don't know. That's fine.
I mean, it's funny that Goran Dragic is going to be. You know, I mean, we got to think about that for a second. Maybe none is in play on FanDuel. You know what? I'm going to get like a little percentage of him in the small buy-in stuff because like no one's going to play him at 5,500.
This is going to be easy. So
if Herder wasn't 9,500 on DraftKings, I know he'd still be popular-ish on FanDuel. I don't think it'd be the same though. I really don't. It's annoying. It's freaking annoying to me. But I mean, people would still notice that everybody else is noticing it. The guy who everybody's on is Capella on FanDuel for center, and I just don't have that much interest, so I'm okay just fading it. He probably has a good game. There's a lot of other guys who I have at different price ranges, so that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Embiid if I go up, and I'm going to play the Wisemans and that business if I go down. Okay, so we're building lineups. No, I don't want Gogo Batatse.
Rudy Gay is still a good play.
He is, by the way. That's an interesting. No, I mean that's a really good point to make about all this stuff. So Rudy Gay
guys are still good plays.
Yeah, no, I mean no, I'm serious. That's a good important point. Bruce Brown, what the fuck is he doing?
Let me just see, like we're gonna this is what I'm gonna do.
I have like very little time here. So I'm kind of scrambling.
44? What are you kidding?
I have to build
time.
Building 100, 290 lineups.
All of them by hand.
No, I did all the other ones.
Yeah.
I have it like literally. I bet you it's going to be one of my hand ones that wins it tonight. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
This is what we're gonna do.
This is my sneaky play. So you know what? I'm going to leave him in one lineup that's actually not like a small buy-in, not like a big buy-in, but like a $50 buy, $44 buy-in. Wild card play. You got a 1 million person tournament. Play Reggie Perry. How about that? Sheets, you heard that name today?
Yeah, I got a Jeff Green.
Yeah, but Reggie Perry. Ooh, that's like next level brain stuff that I'm trying to work with here.
Was he 3,000?
I'm playing him on FanDuel.
Oh, right. That's what I'm talking about.
And there's just if DeAndre Jordan gets in foul trouble, what are they going to do against a team with 97 centers? You don't have anybody. Durant is going to play every minute at center? No way. No way. And they're probably winning a month. He's going to play 20. He's going to actually be maybe he is the guy, actually. Let's think about that for a second, guys.
I don't want to give people or take business away from people, but through 1 month, pretty much,
yeah.
If you had to choose, now you don't know all these sites, but if you had to choose between Daily Roto, Roto Grinders,
I know all these sites,
Awesemo, and SaberSim, as far as who is the best, the closest in ownership projections, who would you say is the closest?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
That's pretty well. I think you're going to say SaberSims. But if I had to guess otherwise, I would guess Awesemo.
The correct answer by a decent amount is Awesemo.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say SaberSims because you're always talking about.
Nope. No, Saberson, they're not that great with the ownership. They don't update all that often.
It's interesting because Osimo has less people, I think, even working there.
Yeah, they're real. I mean, it's like not even close. You want to know the truth?
They're in business. Okay, here, let's see. Got to finish this build. I've got my rule. Okay, there we go. And now we've got to build 100 lineups with the same stuff.
There you go. I mean, as a matter of fact, I mean, just to call it what it is, when we had when I did my my video with SaberSim, and I had those guys on, I was telling them about, I said, hey, you got your ownership protection? Or yeah, I mean, there are a lot of places out there. He said they even said, Osimo's got great ownership protections. So that was coming from them.
Yeah, no, they're really good. I think I've heard that multiple times. Okay, so Cheese, if there's any questions, will you let me know? I'm just trying to get these things in.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Under the gun, as it were. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this.
Sorry, guys. This is what happens.
Nah, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is interesting to you, I will put this on the other screens. Hold on, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm actually just up right now. I mean, I'm pretty much done with my lives. I'm just kind of updating, like the last ownership and projections, just for my tracking. That's pretty much it right now. Then I'm gonna have my son drove to New Haven yesterday to get pizza, which is like 2.5 hours away.
What?
Yeah, that's what you do when you're in college, man. You just
Jeez.
do stupid shit like that.
I thought that was like an old school thing, but I guess he's maybe he's learned from the best over there. Apparently, that's what you guys did.
Yeah, and it's they're looking for look for stuff to do, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And he's going back like 10 days, maybe.
God damn it! I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I think I might have him in one of my big buy-ins.
Who?
Solomon Hill.
So Frank the Tank's gonna do it, right? That's the story.
I currently have him.
Hold on, I'm gonna put this. I might as well. Decent. Any other questions in here?
Hold on one sec. Yeah, take a look and see.
What we'll probably do at some point is I'm like all done, and my screen is looking really boring right now.
Okay, so I should have.
Maybe next time you can share your screen or something.
I don't think on this night it would have been good because I've got too many I'm using, and I probably have to get their permission. But
Okay.
we could do that.
Yeah, I'm more of the asked forgiveness. Probably.
Okay, so I have to do this real quick. Hold on one second. Lineups. Hey,
yeah, for those of you that are watching, if you didn't watch the golf video, I played decent. I played a very, very condensed player pool.
Yeah, how many? Yeah,
I have like 20. I have like 20, like 18 golfers. I think.
Oh, good. We're like in this. Good. I took a lot.
Ownership projections. We're gonna save this. Are people getting vaccinated out there?
We're trying, man.
Yeah, it's like a war out here.
Same out here.
Okay, almost done. Over here. Yeah, I know he's got a lot of work to do. I may as well with their projections. Is Brandon Adams' site.
What is his site?
Advanced Sports Analytics.
Oh yeah.
They're not bad, but they're working. It's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work to always update them.
That's right, man.
It's not so easy. All right, so let's do. Let's refresh this. And then in like 2 minutes, I'm going to come back and double check my lineups, double check Discord, and we'll wrap it up. So let's just see.
Yeah, if there's got to be some questions in there. I'm shocked there's not. If people are all
Yeah. Oh, and the Haber family starting to come home. Oh no, not my wife. Just my son's walking in from his lair. Matt, who do you like tonight?
Warriors.
Warriors.
Always.
Okay, that's the Galaxy brain against the spread pick.
I'm telling you, these Sheets guys are money, so I just trust him with it. These guys tend to be right about this stuff more often than not. It's crazy.
That's it.
My research.
Yeah, Matt does his research.
Ran the numbers.
He ran the numbers. You still get that Instagram guy's pics?
That's not me. That's Jason.
Oh,
His Twitter guy, Uniking.
Uniking on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, it wasn't the Loch Ness. Paid
They call-
$100 for his lock.
You know what they call them? The Loch Ness monster. I love it.
Up with Unit Queen. You know what she's called? The Cock Ness Monster.
The Cock Ness monster. I
Oh
like
my
it.
goodness.
Yeah.
So we got. Let me see.
All right, so a couple last questions here. Favorite. Okay, I'll go through these. Favorite value. I'm gonna go pull up my stuff, and then we're gonna just totally do this. We're gonna run this one last time. Just gonna show off a little bit. We're gonna run this one last time, and then I'm gonna answer your question about FanDuel. We didn't say anything about Josh Green. We getting there? You like Josh Green?
I don't even understand why he's a question.
Why it's a question?
No, I really didn't even like.
What team is he on?
He's on Dallas. He might play like 15 minutes, and he's incredibly low usage.
That's like I say, we might be small, but we're slow.
Like Solomon Hill is going to play more minutes than Josh Green. I think you just play Solomon.
Okay, here we go. Point guard. Favorite. Well, you know what I want to do? Let's be real. I'm gonna use all the sites. We're gonna aggregate everything.
I'm going to do something really stupid and play one lineup, and you're going to tell me I'm an idiot tomorrow, Sheets.
Okay.
Because I'm going to play a lineup with. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Who?
Solomon Hill. It's just the minutes thing. I can get in the exact thing that I want.
I don't think he's gonna kill you.
I don't think so either. It's just it feels so dumb. I maybe it's more like just the principle of it feels dumb.
He's starting. Okay.
Who?
Solomon Hill.
Yeah.
Hang on. And then I'm going to give that guy his answer to his FanDuel question. Hopefully, before we lock it in 6 minutes. So this is going to win you the 100,000 or wherever you're in. So you're asking for the best value point guard on FanDuel. All right. So we're going to rate these by point per dollar, and we're going to sort them by position, and we do it alphabetically. So centers go to the top. Point guard, best one is the highest owned. What a surprise. Goran Dragic. But the second one is a probably forgotten Jalen Brunson. How about that? So if you want to value a point guard, you can play Jalen Brunson at possibly lower ownership than you might expect. And then, you know who I'm back to again, Bobby? What about the Patty Mills again? Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I'm not doing it. Can't play everybody.
Oh, on FanDuel you can play him.
Yeah, but I can't play everybody. Johnson, thank you. Josh Green is starting for Dallas. So with Luka and Porzingis in the game, Josh Green will soak up 3% usage. Is that the story? I know. I don't mean to belittle it. I mean, if you are starting and you're min price, I mean, you certainly.
It's interesting. I didn't think they would start him, and they do like him, and he's a rookie.
Sumner is starting. You're saying?
He's supposed to be.
Huh?
Nothing's really changing with that.
I'll get one more question. So a guard at 4,800 or lower on DraftKings. Okay. Guard 4,800 lower on DraftKings. We are going to Brandon Goodwin, Kendrick Nunn. I mean, there are plenty. I mean, literally, there are plenty. As far as low-owned guys, I don't know. It's Jordan McLaughlin guy keeps showing up as somebody who could be a pivot. So again, I hate to say it like this, but it
Christian
depends.
Wood is going to be left out.
Was that?
I'm just naming some guys who are going to be left out. Christian Wood is going to be left out. There's a bunch of guys who are going to get left out tonight because of these things.
Yep, sure is.
FanDuel, come on, baby. Don't be so slow on me. Jesus.
Oh, FanDuel's torture.
Lord, baby. Come on.
Now, all those Houston guys get left out. All the Depot, like all these guys had his locks at noon. I'm not playing. It's so ridiculous.
I love Oladipo still.
On DraftKings?
I don't think I'm changing my FanDuel lineup even at all.
You know what's awesome?
Maybe
This is why I don't change it. I have Oladipo now in one lineup, and it's the big lineup on FanDuel, which is fine by me.
Fine by me. It makes sense to me.
Let's do it. What else we got?
Yeah,
Vooch or who?
Hold on one
Vooch
second.
or who? Who are you talking about? Vooch or what? Oh, Bam. I don't know.
Vooch, but I like them both. I have them both together a bunch of places. Vooch is the safer play. Bam is the on DraftKings. Obviously, he's talking
I'll
about.
tell you who I like more than both of them. Ownership included is Capella.
Yeah. Watch Joe Harris make like 11 threes tonight. It feels like it's going to happen.
Yeah, when it's 71-38 at the half, and
It's possible.
and then you get TLC troll night.
Yeah, Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton's going to go off in this one. I can't do it.
Are any of those guys out? Sexton or Garland?
Was that?
Or Sexton or Garland?
Sexton.
Garland's out?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm debating whether a little 2v2 with Oladipo on FanDuel because I have him in both my big ones right now.
Yeah, no problem, Todd. So, what game starts now? Well, the good thing is I'm going to be losing money forever in the FanDuel big one. That's the good news. I could be totally like chilled because I always have late hammer, triple overtime vig ready for me. That's it.
That's funny.
Some people like to have the early exposure. So what's the first game? The Brooklyn game?
Sorry.
Oh, got 8 full seconds.
Come on.
Yeah, Brooklyn game down. Oh, Luca. There's a bunch of 7 o'clockers. Yeah, so the Luca game. I'm gonna have some exposure there. So Harden's gonna?
Damn it!
So Harden's gonna score 100 at 2%. Is that what's gonna happen?
I have Harden in a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't get there.
On FanDuel, not on DraftKings.
I have none of the Brooklyn guys. I think. I also don't have DeAndre Jordan. Oh, no.
I'm gonna sit here and be ready to make a swap. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate
Good
it.
luck, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, good job, Sheets. Take it easy. Thanks.